Hey everybody, Danny here with Danny Murphy and Associates at First Team Real Estate. We're doing our weekly Orange County, Southern California real estate market update. There's a lot going on in the world right now, so we're seeing, and we see that kind of get reflected here locally in Southern California. Right now there's about 4,500 homes on the market. That's been pretty steady actually the last 2 or 3 weeks, so well below the typical pre-pandemic level of about 6,500 homes. But up about double from this time last year. So there's definitely more choices for buyers out there. Sellers definitely have to price their homes correctly, market it right, because if you don't, they're sitting. So places are taking longer to sell. So days on market have gone up significantly over the last 12 months. Still in a normal range, still in sort of a slightly seller's market range, moving a little bit more towards a neutral range. A couple things that are impacting the rates have been pretty elevated. So we've seen rates actually creep up over the last 2 weeks, which seems a little bit counterintuitive because we've seen a little bit of stability over the last week or so with talk about tariffs, and now we're trying to find our footing with China and India. And so the reason why that impacts local housing market is because that impacts the 10-year Treasury note, and as the 10-year Treasury note comes down, mortgage rates, 30-year mortgage rates come down as well. And so so that's kind of been behaving a little bit weird, but we are seeing that there's a little more stability in the market, but we're seeing elevated rates in that sort of high sixes and even low 7% range for mortgage rates. So we'll see what happens with that. A lot of economic data came out today. So builder sentiment was at one of the lowest levels it's been in the last 3 years. And the main reason cited for that is because there's uncertainty over input costs for building houses related to tariffs. So again, if that gets under control and we come to some deals with countries that we import a lot of materials from, namely China and Asia, then I think that'll help that builder sentiment. We've seen also a report that came out today on average income required to buy a typical median priced home in Orange County. The average income required is about $240,000 a year. So, definitely there's an affordability challenge here in Southern California. They said that only 17% of people in Southern California can afford to buy a home. So we've got affordability challenges. The high interest rates really are a big driver of that unaffordability right now, but houses are still selling. There's still buyers out there. People still want to live in Southern California. We got great weather. We got great beaches and mountains and deserts. We have all the things to offer that people love. So still a great place to be buying and selling homes. We're here to help you kind of navigate all the different noise and the stories and what that impact is on rates and housing prices and your own personal real estate needs. So reach out to us anytime. We're here to help. Thanks.